there's something that I think every Dead by Daylight player should know and hear, and it's basically from a video that I saw like a few days ago by Spooky Loops. He was talking about killer anxiety, and that's something I actually want to talk about too. Killer anxiety is something I really feel, and you know what? I didn't really know how to describe it until he made that video, and I really want to talk about like why killer has just become so unbearable to play. As you know, like, killers have a hard time playing in Dead by Daylight. Whether you're like Nurse, like one of the best killers in the game, or you're someone like Trapper, who's one of the bad killers in the game. Either way, it doesn't matter what killer you play. At the end of the day, all killers face the exact same thing. They deal with toxicity, they deal with teabags, they deal with just survivors making their game unfun. And that's something I desperately want to talk about. I know how it feels to like not even want to play. Whenever I load up Dead by Daylight, most of the time I play Survivor. If you follow me and if you follow my Twitch streams, you know that I mostly play Survivor. Actually, like, there have been multiple times where I've titled my stream like Killer Streams, and I don't even play Killer for the entire stream. I play it for like maybe an hour or two, and then I switch to Survivor. And the reason why I do that is because of the shit that I deal with. Now, I play Pig, and for me, I don't really kind of get that mad because Pig isn't one of the best killers in the game, so I don't really kind of care if I win or lose, you know, because I know that she's not the best. Sorry if you hear that, that's, I'm playing GTA Online, but, she isn't one of the best killers in the game, so it's kind of understandable, you know, for her to like deal with this kind of things because she's a C, like kind of C tier, B tier killer, and so I'm okay with it. But if I play with someone who's really good, and I guess I'm just gonna use Blight for example. Spirit, because Spirit's my second main. Spirit is one of the best killers in the game. She's a really good killer too, and if you don't know how to go against her, or you're going against like a P100 Spirit, she can make the game extremely terrifying to play. But at the same time, that's not always the case. I play Spirit. I play Spirit, and either I'm a bad Spirit player, or the game is just really hard. I use perks to help me. I use slowdown perks. I use aura perks. I use anything I can to try to help me get the advantage. And at the end of the day, I still struggle. I really do. I get so scared to play killer. Sometimes I just look at my killer. I load up killer, look at the killer, stare at them for like maybe a few minutes, you know, get on my phone. I scroll through my phone, get distracted, and after I'm done being on my phone, I just close out the game, or I just switch to Survivor. I haven't even touched killer at all. You know, the game is so... I don't know how behavior has gotten to a point where playing killer is more fucking terrifying than playing Survivor. That shouldn't be the case. It really should not be the case. Like, Jason is the newest killer out, and I read his perks, you know, I never used them, so I kind of forgot the description of them, but according to a lot of other Dead by Daylight players, he doesn't have the best perks in the game. He's a good killer, just has terrible perks, you know, and we're getting a new killer soon. We don't even know they have good perks. Give me a second. Sorry about that. My mother called me, but, yeah, killer has gone so hard. It really has, and I feel like I can't be the only one who feels this way. I mean, killers... I know why killers tunnel and slug. I'm a common player. I'm gonna get frustrated like everybody else. I may not like it. I may hate it sometimes. But at the same time, even though I complain, oh, I don't like slugging. Oh, I don't like tunneling. Oh, man, I hate when this killer does this. I move on. I don't go out of my way to harass somebody and say, hey, I hate you for tunneling. I hate that you slug. I do it too. I do it too. And so at the end of the day, I can't say nothing. I am gonna complain. A lot of players on Dead by Daylight are gonna complain with how everybody plays. It's life. It's the way it is. But the fact that survivors will make killers feel like shit for the way they play. I've seen so many videos of survivors telling killers to end themselves, to unalive themselves, simply for playing the game, or for playing a certain character. Or sometimes they will go after them based on skin color, on sexuality, on anything. And I'm not just trying to make survivors feel bad. I'm just trying to let y'all know too. Yes, toxic players need to hear this. Any survivor who is toxic, you need to hear this. You need to understand that you are the problem. If you are the type of person who finds enjoyment out of making somebody else suffer by saying the most horrendous things or going out of their way to harass them, then you are part of the problem. You are the reason why killer anxiety exists. You know, I get it. Sometimes survivors bring builds because they're fun and they want to use them, and killers have a hard time. I can understand that. But I'm talking about the survivors who don't even focus on generators, who spend most of the entire fucking game picking on the killer. And then when the killer rage quits, they leave the game, they be like, haha, GG, easy. Oh, why'd you rage quit? Why do you think I fucking rage quit? Every day, you know, a killer has to there's somebody every day. Anybody plays Dead by Daylight. At some point, there's going to be somebody, one killer, who is going to suffer and struggle. It happens every time. The game, when it first came out, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't the way it is now. At least it was kind of fair. Where have we gotten in the Dead by Daylight community where playing killer terrifies players more than playing as survivor? Where have we gone to? And it's the fact is, when you call the survivor out, they try to play the victim card. They really do. But you're calling them out on their bullshit. You're calling them out because of how awful they are, and they don't fucking care. I mean, behavior really doesn't do nothing about cheaters, hackers, because if they truly did, we would never have them again. I know players get banned, but players can easily make a new account and get all that shit back. I mean, I can't constantly keep blaming behavior. I I really can't. Yes, everybody who plays Dead by Daylight knows just how bad they are. And just they know that they don't fix their game the way they should. But I can't always blame them forever. I really can't. You know, they're human beings. They're gonna learn eventually. At some point, they will learn eventually. But right now, we can constantly keep complaining all we want. There is nothing that will probably change that unless they decide to. I've seen so many people work their asses off trying to get behavior to fix the game well. It's still not enough. But if we can't do nothing about the company, we can do something about the community. I'm tired of seeing like so many killers having to rage quit, having to play like toxic, you know, slugging, tunneling, bringing toxic perks and all that, just so they can have an easy game. It shouldn't be that way, no more. It really shouldn't. If you play killer, you should have an easy game where the game is balanced, fair, everybody can have a chance to win, not lose match after match after match after match. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I needed to rant. I feel like this is something that somebody needs to hear. Killer anxiety is bad due to the toxicity that survivors do. And then the game is completely unfair and unbalanced. There are a lot of survivor perks that can counter so many killer perks. We have to do better as a community. Like, toxic survivors make playing killer so hard. And there are toxic killers. There are. But have you ever heard anybody say, oh, I got survivor anxiety? More than they say they're terrified to play killer? I mean, think about it.